You're good at your job, like actually good. Your boss knows it, your teammates know it. And then one day you see what the person above you produces, and something breaks. Not dramatically, not a meltdown. Just a quiet crack. Like you thought you were on solid ground and you just noticed the floor is glass. That feeling has a name, and it's doing something to you that isn't what you think. There's a chess player. Club level. Been playing for 4 years. Beats most people he sits down with. He's got a rating. A decent one. He's proud of it. Quietly. The way you're proud of things you don't post about. Then one Saturday, his coach pairs him against someone 2 tiers up. Not a grandmaster, not a prodigy, just better. The guy across the table sees lines he doesn't see, moves 3 turns ahead without blinking. Our guy loses in 22 moves. He sits with that, replays it at home, goes move by move. And here's the thing. He doesn't feel crushed. He feels itchy, like something's unresolved, like a tab he can't close. So he studies the endgame that beat him for 2 weeks straight. His coach notices. His rating ticks up. He enters a tournament, gets paired with someone 3 tiers above him this time, loses again. And the itch comes back. He's not chasing the guy above him. He's chasing the gap. That's different. Okay, now forget chess. Let's go to the ocean. Specifically, the Mariana Trench. There's a species of snailfish that lives at 8,000 meters deep, pitch black, crushing pressure, near freezing water. For a long time, scientists assumed nothing lived deeper. Then they found snailfish at 8,200 meters. Then 8,336. Each discovery of a deeper specimen made researchers ask the same question: how is that possible? And every time they asked that, they redesigned their equipment, built pressure chambers that went further, created sampling tools that could reach places they'd never tried. The fish weren't competing with the scientists. The fish didn't know the scientists existed. But the existence of something operating beyond the known ceiling, that was the engine. The fish at 8,336 meters didn't inspire anyone with a speech. It just was. And that was enough to make people dismantle what they thought was the bottom. That's what the person above you is doing. They're not motivating you. They're not your rival. They're proof that the floor you're standing on isn't actually the floor. Here's the psychology that's actually happening. When you compare upward to someone better, faster, further along, your brain does 2 things. First, it activates what researchers call self-discrepancy theory. You see the gap between where you are and where they are. That gap creates discomfort. Real physical discomfort. Not metaphorical. Now, most people treat that discomfort like a warning sign. Back away. Stop looking. Compare down instead. Find someone worse off and breathe again. That's the move that feels like relief. But there's a second thing your brain can do with that same discomfort. It can treat it as information. Not, I'm not good enough, but there's terrain here I haven't mapped yet. The difference between those 2 responses isn't willpower. It's not discipline. It's whether you've learned to read the discomfort as a signal rather than a verdict. One says, you've hit your ceiling. The other says, you just found out your ceiling is higher than you thought. Same gap, same itch, completely different move. Now, someone's going to push back here. They'll say, but sometimes looking up just makes people feel bad and give up. Yeah, that's real. But the people who give up aren't looking at the person above them. They're looking at the distance and deciding it means something permanent about them. The chess player didn't stare at the rating gap. He stared at move 14, the specific moment it went wrong. That's the difference, not the comparison. The resolution of the comparison. Here's how I want you to leave this. Picture a freediver. Feet up, head down, dropping into dark water. The ocean floor is somewhere below. They don't know exactly where, but they know it's further than yesterday. And they exhale, and they keep going down.